there's a bag and bin of movies that are being sold on the Facebook Marketplace for about 80 bucks. And now I do see a PlayStation 3 game sticking out, Sonic, and I do see a GameCube game, which is the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat game as well. I asked her if there's any more games in there. She says that she thinks there's at least 5 games in there that she's counted last time. I'm gonna go take a chance, gonna go take a look at it. It's about 20-minute drive from here. Go see what they have. Any GameCube games, it's worthy to go look for. So I'm gonna check it out. Hopefully there's some good games in there. Hopefully I get some gems. So let's take a ride over there. Buenos días, ¿cómo están?
Con todas esas.
Y usted está diciendo que estos eran como los juegos.
¡Ey! ¡Vete para allá!
Bien.
Todas las movies que ha sacado Disney, todas están ahí, hay bastantes, todos son nuevos, no es como que sean bien viejos, nada de eso.
Dice que son todos los que tienen aquí y aquí también.
Todo eso.
Y también usted tiene más, usted tiene, o sea, conoce a alguien que tiene más videojuegos de venta.
No, todo esto a mi esposo se lo regalaron. Todo esto son unos señores que compran y compran y compran y compran y...
Tiene mucho. Se dijo que tenía como 17 juegos.
Sí.
Tiene más por acá. Ese más. Satch Bell.
So, la señora había puesto una venta y estaba pidiendo todo.
What is up, guys? Man, such a good find for, I mean, 80 bucks. Yeah, I wanted to haggle them down a little bit lower, but I was just so excited at what I had. So I just gave him the 80 and walked away, because basically I'm going to add a couple games to the collection and hopefully just sell the rest of the DVDs for profit, because I'm adding these to the collection no matter what. I'm keeping them. A game that I've been wanting to have for a while now for the GameCube is Zelda Wind Waker. Now this is the GameCube version of the Wind Waker, which is one I played as a kid and I always wanted to play, go back to it and beat it. So Zelda Wind Waker, you best bet this is gonna be my game of at least in November that I'm gonna be playing throughout. Now another great find that I just found and I didn't want to show my excitement for was the Pokemon XD GameCube game. This is something I have never played. I've been interested in playing. I did not want to pay the eBay price for it, and here I am picking it up at such a great value. I mean, you're talking about at least 300 movies in there with, at least from what I saw, about 10 games. So let me take a look. Let's see what else we can find within this bin. Alright, I'm already home. I'm gonna go through everything. So far I've gone through the 2 bags. I'm almost done. I'm done with 1 bag. I'm almost done with the 2nd bag, and here's the stack that I have going on. These are probably gonna be movies I'm just gonna be selling as a big bulk. I don't want to really just go through the hassle of selling all individually, except for some. I am trying to separate some of these that go with the series, those series sets like Baby Einstein. I have a few already of Baby Einstein. There's some movies here in Spanish that, you know, some people do actually purchase them, but I'm going through some series like the Superhero Squad show,
There's a few series in here, as well as the Last Airbenders in here as well. So yeah, aside from that, I did find a couple games, but I got this bag's Barney sticking out there. I still need to go through this bag a little bit more. And these are the ones that I think might have a little bit more value, like the Clone Wars set. I have some Pokemon set. I found a Zelda DVD, which I've never seen in the wild, which is great. But for example, this Star Wars limited edition widescreens, I was looking into them. They might be worth something, so I'm gonna keep on checking out some of these items here. So in this lot, I'm actually getting prepared to take to a pawn shop. So they're gonna give me about 25 cents per movie. I spent 80 bucks for the whole thing. I still have a stack of games that I got, a decent stack, and I'm gonna take them the movies, so I should get roughly at least 50 bucks out of it. So all in all, just for this $50, I paid 80, and I still gonna sell these, and I still have the game. So I got games for free and make some cash on the side. Never give up on the marketplace. Good places to be.
At least I have 200 fillers that I'm going to go to the pawn shop right now and get 25 cents per. So I paid 80, get back 50 bucks at least, and I keep a bunch of games. I sell some more DVDs online. Hey, it's a win-win situation. I just came back from the pawn shop. I was able to turn in some of the DVDs that I got from the big lot. 80 bucks, remember, that's what I paid for everything. I got a bunch of great games. I've got also some out-of-print DVDs that I'm going to be probably some of them keeping, some of them selling them. So I went to go turn some of these games into the pawn shop. I made 45 bucks out of the ones that I turned in. Plus, I still have the rest that I'm going to sell. So I'm making some pretty good money out of it. In fact, I didn't take the $45. What I did take, though, were some trade-in in games. For example, Resident Evil 3, 30 bucks out the door. That's what I, got the game for, so that's pretty cool. Resident Evil 3 I've been wanting to play for a while. I do like the Resident Evil series quite a bit, as you guys know from my other videos, getting the vinyls. Resident Evil is one of the greatest franchises you can actually, get into if you like horror. The other games that I purchased were some various 360 games for $1, a Wii U game, and a 3DS game, and some remote controls that I've had some success in the past for selling some remote controls. So I paid in total for everything. Basically, I only paid $10 out of pocket. So, I got everything for $10, if you want to put it that way, because I did turn in the other DVDs. So I'll show you what I got. So recap. An ominous bag of DVDs that were being sold on the Facebook marketplace that looked kind of sketchy, to tell you the truth. But in it, I saw Soul Light of a GameCube logo sticking out of it with a Sonic PlayStation 3 as well. So I'm going to show you some of the highlights that I actually got from this pickup. One of the actual DVDs that I decided to keep was the Mario Brothers movie, just because, for nostalgic reasons, it brings up a whole bunch of memories watching this as a kid, just how odd this movie is. So the other DVD set that I'm selling at the moment on eBay is the Beast Wars Season 1, 2, and 3. Now the Beast Wars for Transformers Season 1, 2, and 3, I watched them as a kid. They were great. I'm actually watching them again right now. The other thing that I did get on these DVD bags were some Sonic movies. So the Sonic DVD movies that were just spread amongst all the bags, I put them together and I'm actually selling this a lot. Now one of them is a kind of out of print, which is the Sonic the Complete series. There's 2 more DVDs that's part of the set to actually complete the series, but this alone is actually about $20 worth. So completing the set is about a $50 sell all day long on eBay.
So the weird thing is that if you look at it, the front cover looks like it might have been pirated. It doesn't look very, very well. It looks a little washed out, like as in there's this weird type of effect to the front of it, but all the ones that are online look exactly like the same like this. So I can't find anything that looks different. I thought it was maybe some water damage, to tell you the truth, at first when I first saw it, but that's really how the printing looks. So as you can tell, it's, you know, coming with all these DVDs here. So anyone who's a Sonic fan will probably enjoy this, especially during the Christmas time. You want to give it to someone who's a Sonic collector. People are willing to buy this up pretty quick. I was able to even get the Sonic Underground DVD part of it, which still has a Toys R Us sticker on it. So that's pretty cool. And I'm including it in the set. And this is actually sealed. So that's pretty cool. The other DVD that I got in the lot was the Men in Black Animated Series Season 1. The Men in Black Animated Series Season 1, I was very surprised as to how much it sold for. As you can tell right here, I sold it for more than 40 bucks. I mean, this thing's kind of an out of print DVD. The last one sold was almost at 100. And that was a little while ago, and there was none listed, so I listed mine for more than 40 bucks, and it sold. So I am very happy with that. So going on to the games. Now the first one is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 for the PlayStation 3. If you have not picked this up just yet, pick it up because it's on the rise. Harry Potter games in general usually don't go for much, or they're not very scarce, but for some reason the Deathly Hallows is actually going up in price right now. Look out for it if you're out at the pawn shops, or you're thrift shopping, if you're in the flea markets. This is something that you kind of want to keep an eye on, and you should be able to get it pretty cheap. I think online right now complete in box is going for about 20 bucks. So you want to keep an eye out for this. And this one did come complete with its manual and its DVD. So one of the GameCube games that was found in the stack of DVDs was Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes, I haven't played it just yet, so this is one of them that I have on my list to just give it a shot for a little while. Any type of Sonic game is a great little time passer to play and just have a good time that you don't have to worry so much about like puzzle solving or so much about strategy. You just have fun with Sonic. So Sonic is actually something that I enjoy playing just to pass the time like that. So one of the games that was in there was Zatch Bell. Now this one is Mamoda Battles. So the funny thing is that when I opened the case, it wasn't Mamoda Battles, it was actually Mamoda Fury in there. Now Mamoda Fury I've seen on eBay sell for anywhere from $20 complete in box to $80 complete in box. It just varies from day to day, week to week. It's a little bit different. So I think it's on the uprise. It's something that you guys want to watch out for because it's probably scarce. The Mamoda Battles, I think it's its lower counterpart. It doesn't go for very much, but the Fury does. So I was happy to find that the disc in here was Fury. Now I just want to complete it and get it in the right box. So that's something that's I'm shooting out for. It's one of my goals to get in the right box. But it's something that I advise for you guys to keep an eye on. As I mentioned before, I've been wanting to play Zelda Wind Waker for a long time already. I've been wanting to get it on the cheap. I didn't want to pay the eBay asking price for it. I've been wanting to find it locally, and finally my goal has been met. I found it locally. It is missing its manual. It is the Player's Choice edition, but I finally got it amongst all the DVDs for, if you really want to count it, this probably was maybe less than 25 cents that I got it for, because I got about roughly almost close to 400 DVDs and I paid $80 for everything. So if you do the math, yeah, very cheap. So this is probably going to be my game for November. I'm going to be playing this quite a bit in November. I might even try to pass it amongst all the other games that I have going on, amongst the PlayStation 5 coming out. I still want to play this game and at least get to the point where I left off as a kid. So I'll give you guys an update of whether I get to that point or not. But of course, the cream of the crop was the Pokemon XD. That was just amazing. When I was uncovering all the games on top where she had left them, it just blew my mind when I actually picked it out of the bunch and saw this Pokemon XD. That was the winner. I heard about the Pokemon XD being such a rare title, and of course I enjoy playing Pokemon games, and who doesn't, but I enjoy playing Pokemon games, and this is one of the ones I wanted to add to the collection at one point, but never was I going to pay for that price of $100 or more. So I'm actually playing this so far. I'm about 30 minutes in. I have the Gauntlet already, so it's pretty interesting to see. Pokemon game that's an adventure open world game. So I got all the bags of DVDs and I went to one pawn shop, and I sold most of the bulk to this pawn shop, and they offered me roughly about $100. At this pawn shop, I found some of the games I wanted to take home with me, so I took some of that store credit and purchased some games. I did find a few Xbox 360 games. For example, I got Lara Croft, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Tomb Raider, and Toy Story 3, which has started to become uncommon. So if you see this, pick it up. Toy Story 3. The other two games that I got from the shop were Men in Black and Hyrule Warriors, which was on sale already for $7. I just bundled it up together. The last game that I got at this pawn shop was Resident Evil 3. I've been wanting to pick it up. I didn't want to pay the $50 asking price at GameStop. I'm pretty sure I was going to find it eventually, which I did. So at the pawn shop, I got $100 and they charged me $40 for all the games that I just got right now, which I was fine with. So, still made $60 out of pocket. So the reason why I only got $100 at this pawn shop was because there were scratches on the DVDs and they were being very picky, and I understand it's a business, so they're being very picky as to some of the DVDs that were scratched. So the ones that were left over, I hopped on over to another pawn shop and they accepted all of them. So I got the rest of the money from there. So once they accepted all of them, I sold it to them in bulk. And I went home and I took the cash and I paid $80 for these bags of DVDs. And from there, I made at least $500 worth of profit. If you think about it, I got $200 from the pawn shop sales, and on top of that, I got all these games, which Pokemon XD is at least a $100 game. The rest of it fills on itself. I calculated it, everything came back to almost about $500. So that was such a great score. That's one of the things that I suggest to you guys. Don't give up on your Facebook Marketplace. If something looks like there's a clue that there might be games, check it out. Look at and to see what they have. If they have a whole bunch of DVDs or they have plush toys, ask them, hey, do you guys have sales? Any video games for sales? If they say no, they say no, but at least you asked. And some of them have come out to say, yes, I do have some games for sale, and here are the games. Now, some are hit, some are misses. It all kind of depends on what and who you talk to. It all kind of depends on who you talk to and what they have available and for what price. But it's always good to go out there and just at least give it an attempt, to give it a shot to see if you can actually get some games for a decent price. So I do appreciate you guys being on this adventure with me, checking out what I had to say, and hopefully you enjoy the content. If you guys do enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that you guys are watching and having a good time and following me.